Good morning. This is KELOLAND On The Go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your Sunday. We also have your Boredom Busters coming up, but first, our top story. People in Wessington Springs are shaken by the deaths of two people whose bodies were found at the scene of a house fire. This is all that's left of the home that burned late Thursday night. The bodies were discovered on Friday. Neighbors say they'll reach out to one another to help the community heal from this tragedy.
We're just very sad that this has happened and want to rebuild now.
Attorney General Marty Jackley said on Friday that investigators are treating the fire and the deaths as potential foul play. The South Dakota Highway Patrol is investigating a deadly crash in Lincoln County. It happened early Friday afternoon when two vehicles collided at an intersection north of Canton. Both vehicles went into the ditch. A 28-year-old woman from Harrisburg, who was a passenger in an SUV, was thrown from the vehicle and died. Both drivers were injured but are expected to recover. The South Dakota Highway Patrol says several passengers were hurt Saturday when a bus rolled on Interstate 90 west of the Vivian exit. First responders transported the injured to the hospital. That stretch of the interstate has reopened, but the bus will be left in the south ditch along the interstate to be recovered at a later time. A traffic stop during a saturation patrol in Hamilton County turned into a pursuit and an arrest Friday afternoon. Deputies pulled over a 53-year-old Esteline man near the intersection of U.S. Highway 81 and State Highway 28. The sheriff's office says the man then took off during the traffic stop, but was later caught near Lake Ponset. He's facing several charges, including eluding, failure to stop for law enforcement, driving without a license, and a stop sign violation. A stretch of Interstate 90 in Rapid City is back open to traffic this morning following a semi-truck crash. It happened last night near the North La Crosse Street exit. Both lanes of traffic were shut down while crews worked the scene. The off-ramp remained closed earlier this morning. Let's take our first look at the forecast now with meteorologist Adam Rutt in the Storm Center. Good morning, Adam.
Good morning, Perry, and good morning, everybody. It was a messy Saturday across several portions of KELOLAND, and even this morning we are dealing with some slick roads out there. So please be mindful of this as you go about your Sunday morning routine. In terms of what we've seen for snowfall, as much as 7 inches of snow near Norris, 6.5 inches of snow a mile southeast of Pierre. Near Cedar Butte, we had 1/2 foot. Near White River, 4 inches. Kennebec, 3.5 inches of snow. Cedar Pass and Highmore with 1 inch apiece, then Martin and Rosebud each with 3 inches of snow. Now, we could see a few more snow showers in a couple of areas, but I don't think it's going to amount to really nearly as much as what we've seen yesterday, less than inch type stuff. However, that doesn't mean we still can't have some slippery and slick roads out there, so be mindful. 33 as we start with the view of Falls Park. North wind is 17 miles per hour. We are just barely above freezing here in Sioux Falls. Meanwhile, in Aberdeen, some low-hanging moisture over the skies of Brown County, but they already do still have their fresh coat of snow up there. In Pierre, 30 with a north wind at 15 miles per hour. Again, they had upward of a 1/2 foot of snow in portions of the Pierre area. And in Rapid City, very, very foggy. We had to tilt the camera down to get some trees in the foreground. Either way, 29 with a north wind at 7 miles per hour. We're on either side of 30 currently, but that's the air temperature. Factor in the wind, which has been 10 to 20 miles per hour, and we do have wind chills on either side of 20 this morning, so keep that in mind. We do have, unfortunately, more or less than ideal conditions to talk about by the midweek outlook. Details on that and the rest of your forecast are on the way.
All right, thank you very much, Adam. Patients undergoing cancer treatment at Sanford Health are able to get a free wig through its Bloom the Boutique. The salon's latest wig given out was a bright purple wig with tinsel for an ovarian cancer patient. The cosmetologist at the salon says it's been getting more requests for fun and bright colors.
I started adding tinsel in October to, I guess, workers and patients here for a fundraiser. And then that kind of opened up this idea to make it more customized to each patient. They can pick their colors. I've got about every color under the sun.
People can also donate to the salon so Sanford Health can provide more wigs for cancer patients. Just go to this story here on KELOLAND.com for information on how to make a donation. A scholarly sow is helping students learn more about agriculture at the CTE Academy in Sioux Falls. The students are taking an animal science class where they work with Penelope the pig. She just gave birth to piglets, and the students were right there with Penelope during the delivery.
Was there for her to give birth, and we helped her clean off the piglets. We've fed her, we've watered her, and like we've helped clean up around everything and made it all like a clean, sterile environment, and we've processed the piglets.
The school is in the process of building a barn that will be used for CTE Ag programs. It's expected to open in the fall of 2026. It is the final day of the Black Hills Home Show in Rapid City. The home show features more than 400 booths offering advice from industry experts as well as valuable resources for your next home project. It's taking place at the Monument from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The South Dakota Symphony Orchestra presents its Spring Chamber Music Concert. The performance is at 1 p.m. in the Hamry Recital Hall on the Augustana University campus. Tickets are $10. This is the final weekend of the Mash Madness drink competition in downtown Sioux Falls. Categories include craft beers, cocktails, and non-alcoholic beverage creations at 29 participating businesses. Mash Madness ends on Monday. And enjoy more March Madness college basketball action on KELOLAND TV. CBS Sports coverage begins at noon Central Time with the road to the Final Four. That's followed by regional finals games at 1 o'clock and 3:30 p.m. KELOLAND Weekend News at 5:30 will air on KELO Extra. Adam?
Well, we do still have one round of winter weather headlines to talk about. This is a winter weather advisory still for southwestern Minnesota, including Marshall, Worthington, and then over toward Jackson as well. This will be through early Sunday afternoon. You can see less than an inch of accumulation in terms of snow, but could also maybe get a glaze of ice out of the equation as well. So please be careful as you go about your day. And even if you're not in that winter weather advisory, we do still have some less than ideal road conditions through central, southern, and northeastern KELOLAND. Even to the south and east, we have a few slick spots out there. So take home message, exercise caution. Get to wherever you need to be safely. Scattered snow showers to the east and southeast with low pressure over Iowa, pulling that out of here as we go through the afternoon, but also a little bit of snow still trying to hang tough south of Rapid City, moving along the Nebraska border just west of Winter. We'll actually zoom in on that and get a better view of what we're watching right now. So again, not amounting to too much, but it's still enough to cause things to be a little on the slick side out there through Huron. Again, Marshall through Buffalo Ridge, extending south and west toward Worthington, Laverne, and even into the Sioux Falls area, and then out to the southwest as well. So here we go through Futurecast. We'll still have some snow showers possible later in the day and through the first part of your night out to the west and southwest. Inch or so type stuff out of this out toward the Rapid City area. This gets out of here Monday, shaping up to be a pretty decent day. We end the month of March on a mainly quiet note. Then we flip the calendar to April, and then this happens. We get rain building in at first, then some mixing occurring as we go overnight into Wednesday. We get cold air wrapping around on the western side of low pressure, and that's where things could, again, get interesting. We could maybe try and see that switch over to snow in a couple of areas as we go through the afternoon and first part of the night. That will then lift out of here Thursday and Friday, shaping up to be mainly quiet, then a little more rain trying to build in as we go into Saturday evening and Saturday night. But circling back to the midweek outlook, yes, we do have the chance for rain, even a couple of thunderstorms to the southeast later Tuesday. We also have that potential for some mixing and even a switch over to snow. Here is the potential for at least an inch of snow Tuesday into Wednesday night. And then if we were to triple that to 3 inches of snow or more, this is what we get for the risk levels, slight, moderate, and high in yellow, orange, and red, respectively. Is this subject to change? Absolutely. It's a late week system, and this is going to change as we go through the next 24 to 36 hours. But just know that the potential is there, and that's the key word. Not a guarantee, but it's at least a potential. That being said, some straggling snow showers in the morning to the east, then a little more snow out to the west today with highs in the upper 30s and low 40s. Overnight low temperatures tonight mainly falling into the 20s. And as we go through the rest of your 7-day forecast, we'll be looking at that start to April being a little on the bumpy side with the rain-snow mix possible. Even again, a nice little rumble of thunder possible to go along with that. But we get into the 50s by the end of the week and then into the weekend as well in Sioux Falls. For Aberdeen, some morning snow showers today in 42 as well on Monday. But then we get Tuesday and Wednesday, rain and snow, and then a chance for snow on the second day of April. Well, at least quiet down for the end of the week. and then going into the first half of the weekend. In Pierre, some morning snow showers today, then a better chance for rain and snow Tuesday into Wednesday before we quiet down, headed toward the first full weekend of April, getting into the 40s and 50s. And last but not least, we head on out to Rapid City, where we also have those snow showers today into the evening. Tuesday and Wednesday shaping up to be a bit of a mess, which we'll keep a very close eye on. But then we at least do try and quiet down just in time for the first full weekend of April. Stay safe. Have a great day, everybody. For more on your local news, weather, and sports, you can always head on over to KELOLAND.com.